Have you ever noticed that many of our devices, like laptops and cell phones that we commonly use, require a battery? Have you ever wondered why devices work when you put a battery into them? We know that electricity is needed to use many of our devices, but how does electricity flow to our devices? The answer is electric circuits, and we'll be exploring this topic in today's STEMageer adventure. Before we get started, make sure you're subscribed to my channel so you'll be the first to know when another video comes out. Also, if you haven't already, make sure you check out my video on what is electricity, which gives you a foundation and will help you better understand what we're talking about today. And now back to today's topic, electric circuits. So what exactly is an electric circuit? Remember in our last video we said that electricity is the movement of electrons. When electrons move in the same direction, this is called electric current. An electric current is a path that allows electricity to move or flow. So what does the path of an electric circuit look like? A simple circuit is made up of a few items. The power source, like an outlet or a battery, is what provides the electric current. A conductor is a concept we learned in our last video. The item to be powered, like a phone, a TV, or other toys and devices, and a switch, which is something that can control the flow of electric current. When a switch is off, it interrupts the flow of electric current, while a switch that is on allows electric current to flow uninterrupted. When the electric current can flow uninterrupted in a path or circuit, we have is what we call a complete circuit. So now that we know what the parts of a simple circuit are, but how does it work? Normally the electrons would just be hanging out, and it wouldn't be moving around in the circuit path. Something needs to be present to force or push the current along the path of a circuit. In this case of a simple circuit, this comes from the battery. The battery generates something called voltage. Voltage is the amount of pressure from the power source that pushes the electric current. The higher the voltage, and that means the higher the electric current is. Also, it is important to know that voltage is measured in units called volts. So how does an electric circuit work for something like a battery-powered lamp? A circuit is formed between the power source, which is the battery, the lamp, the conductive wires that connect the lamp and the battery, and the lamp switch. When you turn the lamp switch on, the circuit is complete. The electrons begin flowing through the circuit because the voltage is in the battery. This push allows the electrons to move around the circuit path and cause light to turn on. Now that we know how simple circuits work, let's talk about the two types of electric current, direct current or DC, or alternating current or AC. Direct current is when electrons flow in a single direction and the voltage is constant. Most electronic devices we use in our daily lives, like TVs and cell phones and flashlights, use DC current, so they have a constant power source. On the other hand, with AC current, the electrons periodically reverse direction and the voltage fluctuates. For example, if we had a light on AC current and we watched the light in slow motion, we would be able to see that the light fluctuates between getting brighter and then getting dimmer. It then repeats the cycle again and again and again. This is happening because the electric current is constantly changing at a very fast rate. So now that we know about electric circuits and how they work, and we learned about AC and DC current, let's test your knowledge with a quiz question. True or false? There is a standard voltage that is used for devices all around the world. The answer is false. Many years ago, there was a feud between two very important inventions, and you've probably heard of them. Thomas Edison, who was an advocate for DC current to power homes, and Nikola Tesla, who was an advocate for using AC current to power homes. Here are some of the arguments. With DC current, there is more power loss over long distances. Also, with DC current, it can't be easily changed to other voltages, but AC current can, by using a tool called a transformer. Eventually, the feud ended and AC current was victorious. Many countries around the world use 240 volts of AC current as their standard. The US initially used a standard of 110 volts of AC current. At the time the US adopted its standard, electricity was mainly used for lights that only required around 110 volts. Also, there weren't good insulating materials for wires at the time. This meant if you used a voltage that was very high, it could have caused injuries or even death. When other countries began expanding electricity use, some of these earlier safety concerns have been resolved, especially because materials became better, making it safer to use higher voltages. Many countries in Europe and Asia adopted 240 volts of AC current as standard. The US later adopted a 120 volt standard in the 1950s, but many newer homes now are wired for 240 volts, and many appliances now run on 240 volts. Given all this, the US may eventually change its standard. Time will tell. And now you know all about electric circuits. Before we go, make sure that you're subscribed to my channel so you'll never miss another STEMageer. Thanks for joining me in a STEMageer adventure, and I'll see you